You're browsing the latest tech headlines and see a surprising article. It reads, "Google considering selling off YouTube." The video giant that has become a staple of our daily lives? It sounds crazy at first, but when you dig deeper, it starts to make sense. YouTube has quietly become an absolute powerhouse in the entertainment world. It generated a whopping $45 billion in revenue last year. And get this, it's watched more on US TVs than Netflix. So with this massive success, why would Google even consider letting it go? As a standalone company, analysts say YouTube could be worth up to $423 billion. That's more than Netflix, Disney, TikTok, Snapchat, and Reddit combined. But within Google, they estimate YouTube is being undervalued by about 30%. See, Google has a lot on its plate right now. They're scrambling to catch up in the intense AI race and trying to revive their struggling Google Cloud division. Next to these high-stakes challenges, YouTube's steady success is flying under the radar. Investors are antsy about the future of Google's core business, selling ads and search results. They're worried new AI tools could disrupt Google's long-standing dominance in search. So for shareholders, there's a strong case for setting YouTube free, allowing it to spread its wings as a standalone media titan. And after 19 years under Google's roof, YouTube might just be ready to leave the nest. So the big question is, could this video platform juggernaut actually go solo? To answer that question, first let's dive into why YouTube is the envy of the media world. In 2023, YouTube raked in $35 billion from ads alone, and that was just 10% of Google's total revenue. But ads are only part of the story. When you factor in YouTube's paid subscriptions, the numbers are even more jaw-dropping. Services like YouTube Premium and YouTube Music generated $6.5 billion last year. That's a staggering 48% increase from the year before. And then there's YouTube TV, their cable-like live TV package. By undercutting traditional cable prices, YouTube TV has amassed a huge subscriber base. Even after hiking prices to over $70 per month, it still pulled in $6 billion in 2023. At this rate, YouTube TV is projected to surpass Comcast as the largest cable provider by 2026. So how have they pulled this off? For starters, YouTube has a secret weapon, a seemingly infinite vault of videos. From music clips to how-to tutorials, there's always a reason to keep coming back. This constant demand gives YouTube a leg up on streaming rivals like Netflix. While they struggle with churn as subscribers jump between services, YouTube offers a reliable, ever-present value that keeps viewers hooked. Even better, YouTube doesn't foot the bill for most of its content. The majority is produced by a global army of independent creators. Compare that to Netflix's staggering $17 billion content budget. YouTube has also been brilliant at snagging lucrative streaming rights. They've swooped in to nab prizes like the NFL's Sunday Ticket, while cleverly piggybacking on broadcasters' existing deals for must-see live events. The result? A money-minting machine with unrivaled reach. 4 out of 5 US adults use YouTube, far more than any other platform. Among teens, a staggering 71% are on YouTube every single day. TikTok comes in a distant second at 58%. But with this much success, flying under the radar may no longer be an option. It just might be time for this video titan to step out on its own. So why would Google consider parting ways with such a powerhouse? The answer lies in the tech giant's other pressing priorities. Priority number 1, catching up in the intense AI arms race. Google stumbled out of the gate with their AI chatbot, Bard. Now they're scrambling to close the gap with rivals like Microsoft and OpenAI. Their second challenge is reviving the sluggish Google Cloud division. Compared to front-runners Amazon and Microsoft, Google's cloud business is struggling to keep pace. These high-stakes battles are consuming Google's attention and resources. Meanwhile, YouTube's steady success is being overshadowed. But there's an even bigger concern keeping Google investors up at night. They're worried that the rise of AI poses an existential threat to Google's cash cow. the search engine that made Google a household name. For decades, Google's search ads have been an unrivaled money machine. But with the emergence of AI-powered search tools, Google's dominance is no longer guaranteed. Suddenly, the future of Google's core business is thrown into question, and that's where the idea of spinning off YouTube starts to look very appealing. As a standalone company, YouTube's value would be crystal clear to investors. It would be a pure play in the streaming wars, not tied to Google's AI anxieties. In one fell swoop, Google could unlock massive value for shareholders and give YouTube the independence to write its next chapter as a media superpower. Of course, this is all just speculation for now, but given the high stakes and competing priorities, a YouTube spin-off is starting to look less like a wild idea and more like a savvy strategic move. So, is a YouTube spin-off really on the cards? Well, it's still just speculation at this point. But the idea isn't as far-fetched as it might seem. When you add it all up, the case for cutting YouTube loose is pretty compelling. As an independent company, YouTube could unlock massive value for shareholders. It would be free to focus on cementing its dominance in the streaming world, without being dragged down by Google's other challenges. And for Google, spinning off YouTube could be a strategic masterstroke. It would allow the tech titan to double down on its AI ambitions and give investors clarity on the value of its core business. Don't be surprised if one day soon you wake up to the news, YouTube goes solo. And when that day comes, remember, you heard it here first.